You can cry me a river, cry me a river.
Welcome back to Hannity. All right, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, he got a standing O today at CPAC. He brought down the House with his remarks. Let's take a look.
And so what I think we need to go out and charge out of this conference to do over the course of 2014 is to keep the House of Representatives, win back the United States Senate, win more Republican governorships, and show people that Republicans know what we stand for and we know how to get things done in this country and to lead the world again.
All right, so today marked the beginning of Christie's comeback. Here to respond, the always outspoken author, columnist, Ann Coulter. How are you? Good to see you.
Thank you. Good
You're all
to see
decked
you.
out. What do you got to be? Must have a big day tonight.
I have a big gala to go to tonight.
You do, really?
Yes. Nicole Hanley and Matthew Mellon are getting an award, and I'm introducing them.
Oh, awesome. All right, you've had this love affair, on again, off again love of Christie. Where are you now? What did you think? I was surprised at the reaction because CPAC is known for a little bit more base conservative attendance.
Right. Well, he is about the only Republican who can get headlines these days, so that's good.
Okay.
The truth is,
Ted Cruz gave a good speech today.
Well, I noticed in your when you were showing all of the CPAC speakers, the big famous ones, every single one of them is for amnesty, and that's something you'll notice about this year's CPAC. It's not. No anti-amnesty speakers allowed. I will be giving the rebuttal, by the way, at 2 p.m.
Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, or against them?
Rand Paul, I didn't see him.
And Marco Rubio, same thing. Marco Rubio changed it.
Marco Rubio wrote that bill, and it passed.
He wrote the bill, and he said he regretted
he pushed it.
Hey, let me finish. He now says he regrets it. Do you not believe him?
A little late now.
I agreed, but I'm just telling you where he stands today.
Cruz is for a path to legalization, and incidentally, I don't think Christie has become stupid. He came out for amnesty. He did it in a smarter way than those guys did.
What?
But the reason I want to say why he got the standing ovation, the truth is the reason he got the standing ovation is that was a screw you to the media. It isn't some love for Chris Christie. It's exactly like during the Republican presidential debates. Remember when the moderators like Wolf Blitzer and Brian Williams would ask these pathetic questions about, you know, the starving puppy, and would you be willing to have a government program to save the starving puppy? And there was that one guy who yelled out yes to whether he would allow someone to die in the street if we don't accept Obamacare. It's always the starving puppy or a huge government program that employs lots of liberals in government jobs. That's the setup we have. That was a screw you to the media, and the standing ovation for Christie.
All right, let's look at the polls.
Was a screw you to the media, and if you turn on MSNBC at any moment, I mean, their coverage is, and what if he committed a murder?
Yeah, pretty much, which is funny. All right, let's look at the Fox News poll. More people now believe Christie wouldn't make a good president. So by this poll, you might take some evidence out of this as suggesting that, well, he was hurt by this whole Bridgegate scandal. The Washington Post ABC News poll reveals 3 in 10 GOP voters would vote for Christie in a presidential election. Definitely 9, would consider it 50, definitely not 30. Does that tell you anything?
I want to strangle you for making me talk about, let's start the horse race on who we're going to run the president.
No, but this is the beginning of it.
Issues. No, the main issue, the only thing that matters is amnesty now. That's what separates the mice from the men, and which is why I said on this program a few weeks ago, if you want to see who's really going after the establishment, I want to hear they're going after somebody who supports amnesty. Do not talk about any of this other nonsense. Every Republican voted against Obamacare.
But the Tea Party has killed it this year. It's dead. It's not coming up as much as Boehner wanted to sneak it in and some leaders wanted to sneak it in.
Well, the only thing standing between us and amnesty right now is Mitch McConnell. You won't be hearing from any anti-amnesty speakers at CPAC except at 2 p.m. on Saturday.
And that's you?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's going to be it. And look, this is Wall Street. This is the establishment Republicans against the people. And that's a big problem for Christie. And as long as you're forcing me to talk about the horse race, the only people who want Jeb Bush are Democrats. And apparently he got a big endorsement today from his mother. But, you know, remember the famous... during the State of the Union address, that guy Joe Wilson yelled out, "You lie." It was over Obama saying in the State of the Union address, "It's an absolute lie. Illegal immigrants will not be getting Obamacare today."
Guess what?
Big announcement.
Don't
worry, you can sign up for Obamacare, illegal immigrants, and we will not use this to deport you.
All right.
That's the only reason people were uninsured. Everything always comes back to illegal immigrants. That's all that matters.
It's your number one issue. You're very clear on it. All right.
For anyone who cares about America, it's the only
occasionally
issue.
The left gets mad at me, and I made comments on my radio show yesterday, and I said, play off Michelle Obama's for the first time in my adult life. I'm proud of my country. And I'm going to answer this at the end of the show tonight. But I want to ask you the question. I said, for the first time in my adult life, I'm humiliated for my country. You agree or disagree?
Were you alive during the Carter administration?
Well, I was in
several
eighth
times.
grade, Ann, at that time.
And by the way, I thought we were...
I said adult life.
Okay. There was also the Clinton administration. I know you were alive for that one.
I was alive around for that one.
And, you know, I went through all of those, and I thought we were talking about my column, by the way.
No, Crimea River. But I'm asking, don't you find what's happening between...
I find it absolutely consistent, as I wrote in my column. This is the history of Democrat presidents, which is why I can't bring myself to care about foreign policy when a Democrat is president. I know that America will become weaker in the world. I know we will be humiliated. I know the world will become a more dangerous place, and there's not one thing we can do about it. And by the way, you know, Mr. erstwhile Tea Party hero, Paul Ryan, number one, he's Mr. Amnesty now. He wants and we don't punish children for the sins of their fathers, because that's what we fought at Valley Forge for. But number two, he's the one who came along and scuttled the sequester by which Mitch McConnell, the alleged establishment Republican, cut government spending for the first time in a half-century. Even Ronald Reagan did not cut government spending. You're very strong in supporting.
You want the Tea Party to back off the criticisms of Mitch McConnell.
Right, because it's ironic. I wrote a book about mobs, and when I wrote the book, I could honestly say only liberals have mob characteristics, the shibboleths, the refusal to listen to facts, the running to the barricades. Now there is some element of conservatives. They won't listen to the facts. They don't care. It's just establishment Republican. We have to get him. It's just a fundraising ploy. And this isn't all about Mitch McConnell. It's, if you want to go after the establishment, go after Lindsey Graham. Then I'll think you're serious. He is Mr. Amnesty. He is Mr. Establishment. When you're going after good Republicans who are doing the best they can with a minority in the Senate, I mean, like Cornyn in Texas. Oh, by the way, one little word for what happened in Texas this Tuesday. Yeah. I want to point out that a Democrat running in the second largest state in the country came in second, running for Senate against Cornyn, a Democrat who calls Obama Hitler and wants to make Obamacare illegal.
All right. And
that's where the country stands on Obamacare.
We'll see you Saturday at CPAC. We'll be watching.
2 p.m.